Alright, so today I'm making a quick video about the aim aim trainer that I use for warming up, which is basically K5. There's probably better ones out there or other ones that you guys prefer, but this is what I use just for that initial warm up for, I guess, flicking and tracking. For those that don't know how to load a custom app, basically you go into custom games, you hit create, and then under settings you import a code. So in this case the code is K5, and then that will load the presets for that particular map. You don't have to change anything if you don't want, but if you want to change stuff you can, which I can show you later. But getting right into it, there's only 2 or 3 that I actually use for this, and I guess the other thing you have to look at as well is your sensitivity. So I use a sensitivity of 800 DPI on my mouse. So this is the mouse I use, so 800 DPI for both vertical and horizontal, and I change the always sensitivity to 7. Alright, so now the in-game settings that I use, so I usually use Cassidy because this is one of those hit scans that's just a bit better for this, but you can pretty much use anyone you like. So
Someone
for
needs
Cassidy,
to fill this saddle.
make sure you change it to Cassidy. Otherwise, if you change your crosshair settings or your sensitivity settings, that will change it for everybody. So I have him at 4%. You can probably increase it, decrease it. Sometimes I move it to 3, just depends. But for warm up, usually 4 is okay, maybe even 5, depending on which one I use. So the one I use here is Flick, Sphere, Frenzy, and Flying Heroes for tracking. So the first one is Spear Frenzy. So this one doesn't actually require shooting, and I've minimized the size to, I think it's just before it goes red, so 0.45 or 0.40. There you go, 0.40. I don't do endless because endless is like 30 minutes or something, and it's spheres instead of heroes, and then I just hit start. So this basically just allows you to kind of track the balls. You just go over them and click. I mean, you can see that my aim's not that good. It's a bit, wobbly, but this is why I do this for warm up. It does improve slightly, as I play more games. I mainly play Kiriko, which is not a hit scan. So yeah, I support, and Moira. So there, so 40 points for how many seconds that was. So that's one of the warm-ups that you can use, or that I use to help me. If we go back, you can go to Flick. So Flick is very similar. You can change the reaction time, but I'll probably leave it at 0.75. So Sphere, hit start, and then you basically, these ones you have to shoot, and you've only got 1 shot. So if you miss, that's pretty much it. So you can see I've already missed pretty much all of them except for 1. Not sure what's happening there, but that's really bad. So yeah, you can see 3 out of 6, 3 out of 7, 3 out of 8, 4 out of 9, and so forth. So this will just count down until it finishes the 30 something seconds or whatever it is. You can also do this on an endless. If you want to exit, you can turn around, I think. Oh no, you can't. Okay. Usually you can turn around and there's options to exit, but in this case I'll just reload the lobby and restart the match just so it restarts, and I can show you the other one that I use, and this is with Soldier. This is just for tracking. So go to Soldier, and then I select
every soldier needs a
Flying Heroes.
cause.
So you can change, if you turn around, you can change the distance. So I go 10. Heroes are mixed, and yeah, Flying Heroes. So basically this just allows you to track your shooting. So it helps also warm up with the following
Airspace
aim.
cleared.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much the 3 games I do. I do those for a few minutes, 2 or 3 times each, just to get warmed up, and then I'll probably do a few quick plays, and then I get straight into comp. Because I used to just go straight into comp and it wasn't always the best idea. I end up losing 1 or 2 games because I was, you know, not warmed up. So this definitely helps me. If you want to change some presets, you definitely can. So you can not leave the game, go back to the lobby. After you've actually imported the code, you can actually save the preset. So if you make changes, which I have, and if you go to presets, this is where your save presets go. So you can see I've got a few here. So instead of loading, you know, Cave 5 every time, you can actually just create a game, go to your presets, and then load it. So some of the changes that I make, depending on what I'm trying to do, is basically just the cooldowns. So to change the cooldowns, you can go to Heroes, General, and then down here. You know, you can change the cooldowns if you like, but the main thing is the reload requirement. So sometimes it's good to turn on ammo, so that way you can kind of get a better feel of, you know, how it is when you're actually tracking something or shooting something and you need to reload. But I usually have it on, so unlimited ammo, only for the flick warm up, because if you have ammo on, then obviously you have to reload and you're going to miss a few. And then here, the headshot only, you can turn that on if you like for the tracking, which basically allows you to only headshot your targets. Otherwise you can leave it disabled, and that gives you the body shots. Once you've changed your presets, you can pretty much save it, either create a new one or just overwrite the current one that you've made. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I use for warming up. If you do make changes, you have to reload the game, so you can pretty much just go to restart match, and that refreshes any changes you made. And then once it's restarted, you can pretty much just press escape and it goes back into the character select. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully that helps you guys too, as much as it's helped me. Alright, thanks for watching.